Nice. All right, so welcome once again. So Akwaba, to another exciting Ehalakasa moment. You know how we do it every Friday from 6 to 7 Ghana time. So anytime you happen to be free, you happen to be feeling bored and or feeling excited and you are looking for a place to party or to share some love, you can pass by these streets. And you can check out the Ehalakasa on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere we did there. You know how we do it. Nice. All right. So salutes to once again to I see Samira Four. Samira Four was on the call last week, and she is super amazing. One of Senegal's finest. I see my brother Nana Yuinchi. Nice. I also see King Ob, and I see Dr. Sam and Sawi Homina, Abba Inshi. A million salutes to all of you. And I also see our amazing guest for tonight, JP Ayako, what's up? Kindly unmute and let's vibe.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad to be on the show tonight. Hello.
Great. All right, JP Ayako, so are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. I am ready for you. Can you hear me?
All right.
Is my audio coming through?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hello, Inshi.
Hello.
Okay,
great. All right. So JP Ayako is ready for us with her first performance, I believe. So, but before we get started, let me read her bio and then.
Okay, I think there will be a slight issue with the network. Sorry, Matty, I think you're muted.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me take her bio again. It says JP Ayako is a writer who reflects on self-consciousness, expressing the complexities of healing from trauma through poems, concise. All right, and tonight she's looking extra gorgeous in her natural self. So tonight on the cabin, queen. All right, so JP Ayako.
Okay, so I believe I'm sharing my first piece now.
Yes, please.
Okay, so my first piece is called Two Voices. Okay, and so just to give you a little bit of a background about this particular piece, it's one thing that I noticed when I moved to Ghana was that we have things that we say and things that we do not say, things we're allowed to express and things we're not allowed to express. And this poem basically reflects that in my experience for me. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. There's two parts of my voice, what I really want to say and what I actually do say. There's the loud voice, the voice that abides by the laws and the norms. A practiced tongue, it knows exactly what is acceptable. It is confident but blunt as a worn-out butter knife, but butter could not melt on this tongue because it is eloquent and conscious. Yes, this tongue French kisses the egos of the elders who long to feel admired. It sings a lullaby of submissiveness that rocks our young girls to dormancy and contempt. This is not the voice that is hushed. No, this is the voice that our culture hands a microphone to and applauds. Proudly taking the center stage at all major events, this voice is loved. This voice is yearned. This voice is heard. Then there's a silent voice, locked up because of fear. Not so much the fear of a person, but the fear of the consequence, because truthfully, that's what we all fear the most. In the 2.5 seconds it takes me to reply to a question in an awkward situation, my brain has already overheated. Playing out different scenarios, applying context, tracing past experiences and drawing conclusions that maybe I should just hold my tongue. I mean, after all, how will I say it? How will I mold my words? How will they perceive it? And if I do not package it in a way that they are familiar with, will they receive it? But then again, if I just nod and agree, isn't that considered deceiving? In a culture where our vocabulary is limited so that we cannot partake in global discussions, where the things that bother us the most are considered taboo, what do? How do we communicate? How do I say, I need you to respect my boundaries without saying I'm disrespecting you, because disrespect to you is anything that sounds like defiance. So I am reliant on the loud voice, the one that starts every sentence with Ofane, Mpaucho, and please, even when I'm not making a request. If the loud voice was a person, it would live life on its knees, bootlicking, being petted, the favorite of the authorities, like this message has been approved and vetted, impressive. That would be the word to describe the loud voice. Uncomfortable, that would be the word to describe the quiet voice. But maybe I should speak up. But are you ready to be uncomfortable? Okay, thank you.
Are you ready to be uncomfortable? Are you ready to speak your truth?
Yes.
Even in the face of judgment, in the face of those who refuse to live beyond their traditions?
Exactly.
This right here was is a very deep piece, I must say. A piece that calls for reflection, a piece that gives courage and seeks to inject a certain right of feeling, of having the right, your right respected. And I very much salute a piece like that. So in your personal life, have you ever felt your rights infringed upon, and how did you deal with it?
I mean, I would definitely say yes. Coming from a place, I lived in the UK. I grew up there for many years. So coming from a place where you are encouraged to be a lot more expressive, I found that in Ghana, there is expression. However, your expression has to be within a bounds that is accepted. There are many assumptions that are made about people, many assumptions that are made about ages. So, for example, if you are younger, there are things that people kind of expect you not to know or not to really have a contribution to. And often you can't voice an issue. You can't speak about mental issues with people close to you or loved ones. I mean, I even saw a advert not long ago on one of the TV stations that was addressing depression and the rise in suicide rates in Ghana, and mostly amongst women. And you know, the way they describe depression is, you know, how you recognize it is someone who is, you know, unkempt, they want to sleep all day, they're not really socializing. And yes, those are signs of depression, but what I realized that in Ghana, because people can't really express or speak about it, a lot more people are suffering from functional depression. So they look fine, they are bathing, they are combing their hair, they are, you know, up and about. However, there's something going on the inside that they can't really express. And we can see that from the way, you know, we treat our children. We have issues with a lot of child abuse, but you can't speak up, you can't say much about it. And even if you're a family member or you're a neighbor and you see a child being mistreated, it's not your place to say too much about it, right? We live in communities where if there's a case of child molestation or SA, sexual assault, it's not spoken about. It's handled in the community, handled in the house, handled in the family, because it's such a taboo to put out there, because of the stigma that's on the child, the stigma that's then on the family. So we all have these voices. We have the one that we, you know, when someone asks you a question, sometimes there's a reply you want to give them. But then there's a reply, you know, that this one would sit better.
I know, right?
Less trouble. And so the loud voice, the one that causes less trouble. And that's what we see on TV. That's what we see applauded. That's what we see promoted. If you have any other voice that contradicts that loud voice, you are in prison. We even saw it with the protests recently. Out of hand and unnecessary police brutality for no reason, other than people want to voice their unhappiness with how things are being handled when it concerns them. But even to voice that out as a citizen is an issue, you know, and that is what I'm really focusing on in that particular piece. Yes.
Wow, splendid. And I really admire your courage to speak about these, and because a lot of people are in the shadows, they are quiet for what the repercussions may be, and all, and it's quite sad. So, what in one sentence, what message do you have for those who are keeping quiet for fear of what society might say, or what the stigma might be, and or what one statement do you have for them? And that said, I say salute my brother Herman Madimba. I salute you, bro. All right.
One statement. I would say, speak now before you completely lose your voice. Yeah. Speak now before you completely
lose your voice. That is coming from our Queen for the Ninth, JP Ayoko. For some of us, it's the first time we are encountering her and see, and even with just the first piece, which just happens to be just the beginning of the party, she's super awesome and deep in her thoughts. All right, so if you just joined, this happens each and every Friday. So if you have the link, you can please share across board, because tonight is going to be magical as always. All right, so before you get to your second piece, I'll tell us shortly how you all started for you with regards to the arts.
Okay, I actually started writing poetry, more in the slam form of poetry, when I was around 14 years old. And I was mainly doing that in secondary school. So I was performing in assemblies, dance competitions, talent shows, and entering poetry competitions like written poems, and mostly getting like second place, that type of thing, runner up. I think some of my poems are featured in the library in London, the British Library. And then I've always had poetry with me, but I stopped for a while. And then I picked it up again, I would say like maybe 3 years ago. But this time I was focusing, back then I have quite an activist spirit. So back then it was very revolutionary poems. Addressing inequality, especially when it came to race, in the society that I was in. And then now my poems have become, as I've grown, they've become more reflective, they've become more self-conscious. And so with those poems, I'm a little bit more critical on sharing them, which is why I hadn't shared much of my poetry for a very long time. But I was really happy to be asked to share my pieces on this platform today, and I had to just take the opportunity.
Nice. And we are honored to have you in the house tonight. Yes, so that said, please share your second piece with us for those who just joined and are hungry to taste of your juice. Okay,
so my second piece is titled Identity Issues. And this piece comes more from traveling from the diaspora into Ghana, and not really feeling like being an African from the diaspora, not really fitting in the UK where I grew up, but they're not really fitting in Ghana, which is my motherland. Okay. Identity issues. My identity an issue. My identity a lie. My life, pieces of many puzzles put together, then smashed apart. Sometimes odd pieces being forced together, pieces that don't really fit, leaving gaps where there should be wholeness, painting over the original picture till it looks like something palatable, till it looks like something that you don't want to turn away from. Identity issues, my identity an issue, my identity a problem that needs to be solved. There needs to be an answer. Mother didn't raise me well, I am from the laboratory. I am like them. I don't know how to act or what this culture is, so enforce it, suppress it. I am from a different soil. Identity issues. My identity an issue. My identity a piece of clay, malleable at your fingertips, molded into the vessel that you need, into a timeless piece for display. Don't let the cracks show, there is no beauty in cracks. Broken over and over from dust to object, from whole to chipped, getting smaller and smaller with every remake. Everything and nothing at the same time. You want me to be everything, but make me feel like nothing at the same time. Identity issues. My identity an issue. My identity a cause for worry. Assumptions cast, self-esteem baited, mirrors distorted, vision distorted, assumptions disproportionate, assumptions incorrect, assumptions disconnect. Your assumptions were your cause of your worry. Identity issues. My identity, not the issue. My identity is not a lie. My identity is not a piece of clay or a problem to be solved, not a substance to dissolve. I look different to you. That is why you are afraid. You can't predict what I'm going to do. It's a human thing, you know? The damage the colonial masters inflicted, that's why I am a foreign identity in my motherland. That's why I am a foreign identity in a foreign land. That's why I'm seen as a foreigner wherever I am. Identity issues. Thank you.
That was a heavy one, a very heavy piece that was. All right, so let me say this to our cherished viewers and audience. Please do want to send in your remarks, how you feel about her pieces through the chat box, and let's get fire in that chat box right here, because she's Ayoko, JP Ayoko is sharing some gold nuggets tonight, and these are a lot of things that most times we overlook and we don't reflect on too deeply. Yeah. So let me ask you this: what premium will you place on identity? One, finding your truest self. But do we ever find our truest selves, even in our search?
I think that what I have found, I think social media makes us think that we are like a place and we arrive there. So everyone's trying to find themselves. But what I find is that you don't really find yourself, because then you have to know what you're looking for. And many of us don't know what we're looking for when we're looking for ourselves. So how do you know when you find yourself? But I think it has a lot more to do with taking the things that are inside you, your talents, the things you love, the things that excite you, the things that, burn a fire in you, and working on those things and creating. Our identity doesn't stay the same throughout life. That's what I believe. I think we change throughout time. Your preferences change, what you want to be changes. When I was a child, I wanted to be a scientist. Purely based on the hair and the glasses. There was nothing else. And so over time it changes. So I think sometimes people are so fixated on trying to put people in a box and give them an identity. This is who you are. This is who you must be. And we can sometimes play into that. This is who I must be. This is who I am. This is what this person says or what this culture says. This is how I must be. But the truth is, your identity changes over time. You just have a core in you, core beliefs, core values, core loves and talents that over time you just kind of expand. And I feel like when you're able to do that and do what you love, you can maybe then consider that you've found an identity for yourself.
Wow. Brilliant answer from a brilliant, talented young gorgeous lady, JP
Thank
Ayoko.
you.
All right, so if you had a chance to meet up with your much younger self, what advice would you give?
With my much younger self,
Yes.
I would say, stay vibrant. Stay vibrant. Yes, stay vibrant. I would say stay vibrant, and don't quiet yourself. I really liked my younger self because I'm, as you can tell, I'm quite an outspoken person. So I really liked my younger self. I've never really been too shy of fighting for the right thing. And I've never been really too focused on what other people thought of me. I just focused on doing the right thing as much as I could, and basically taking it from there. So stay vibrant.
Stay vibrant. Nice. For someone who wanted to be, you said wanted to be a pilot?
I wanted to be a scientist.
A scientist.
Yes.
And so what did you end up becoming?
I ended up doing business.
I know, right?
Business and web development and branding. So.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And I believe a lot more people on the call also share similar stories. What they wanted to become something else, but they end up as something else, which is not bad in itself. But she says stay vibrant. If she had a chance to advise a much younger self. All right, that's it. Let me say salutes to my brother Theophilus, who is at Sege together with Sir Black, new music and part of the Ehalakasa family. Charlie holding down business at Sege. I salute my brother Gad Thompson. Yeah, man. All right, so let's have the third mail from JP Ayoko. The show continues.
Okay.
So I see Capture Plus also. Salutes to you. I see you raising your hand, but you can please ask the question through the chat box. Thank you. All right.
Okay. So my third piece is titled Ambition. And this is a piece that relates a bit more to adulting and sometimes the lack we face in, coming into adulthood and going through adulthood. Poverty is often affiliated with starvation and lack, but poverty can be seen in the eyes of a patriotic prisoner on trial for treason, deprived of his verbal freedom, chained to the ground never to take flight, born in a continuous struggle that never lets up, but increases its dosage of slow destiny, crippling hereditary oppression. His only strength, his daily confession. Weeping may endure for the night, but joy cometh in the morning. Yet the difficulties of today seem to be the simplest equations of the next. Although the tide that he faces is greater in stamina and strength, his faith acts as a float and prevents him from drowning in poverty. But poverty, like a cobra, tightens its chokehold till every last hope is rinsed from his being. Like a barrier, it forms a means of limitations, preventing success. Like an odor, it closes him and deters potential suitors of forward movement from approaching and reviving that dead situation. I was once told that only ambition can truly free a man. Okay, thank you.
Okay, nice. Please take that last sentence again.
Okay, I was once told that only ambition can truly free a man.
Only ambition can truly free a man. On the TalkParty, we've been hearing depths of thoughts with regards to wisdom, and this statement right here is one of the ones I'm keeping inside my canto, inside my knee, my bones right now.
Awesome.
Only ambition can truly free a man.
Yeah.
Wow. But there are some people who believe we are never free. So how will you define freedom?
To me, I would say freedom to me is peace. You should be at peace, whether it's in your career, whether it's on the path that you are on, in your relationships, in life in general. There should be some kind of peace. It shouldn't always be so conflicting. And I feel like when you are free, you have peace. Even if you know that, okay, this is the job I have. However, I may not be at a senior position, but I would like to get to a senior position. You know, you're working towards it. Your ambition is driving you. You're doing what is necessary. You're setting yourself up for it. So you are at peace. You're not in a frantic hurry to try and climb up the ladder, and then you end up making a mess of things, but you're at peace. You know that there's a process there and you are at peace with the process. So for me, freedom is peace.
Wow, profound. Freedom is peace, says JP Ayoko. So you can please share your thoughts also on the subjects that we are discussing. And your piece, you mentioned adulting. Some believe adulthood is a scam. What are your thoughts?
Scam. It's the biggest scam. It is the biggest scam.
Okay, why do you say that? What are your reasons?
Like, when I was like a child and a teenager, I thought, okay, to be an adult is, you have a job. It's just routine. There's not much else. You kind of feel like your teenage years are where you're struggling with getting to know yourself, and you have all your hormones and bad experiences. And then I realized, wait, there's much more in adulthood. You're still trying to understand things in adulthood. And then you realize there's the functional things as well, the practical things you have to look out for, paying your bills, if you're parents, taking care of your children, your family. You realize that the people who once used to be responsible for everything, the roles are now slowly changing. You're coming into the position of responsibility. And you have to think about all those things. So yes, adulting is a scam. It's a scam.
So the likes of JP Ayoko and others who want to be in the world of Peter Pan and the wonderland of Alice and all, the dream that never comes to pass anyway. But we pray for grace to still survive through it all.
Amen.
Nice. All right. So are you in Ghana at the moment or in the UK?
I am in Ghana, yes. I'm in Ghana.
Okay. Nice. So what has the experience been like for you in
Ghana so far?
Yep.
Ghana is a very interesting place. I'll say it like that. Ghana is a very interesting place. I've had some very interesting experiences. It's very different where I came from or where I grew up. It's like you have a love-hate relationship with Ghana. It's so many lovely things about the country and so many things I love about this nation. And at the same time, so many things I wish I could change about this nation. So Ghana is an interesting place. It's an interesting place. So you see a lot of interesting things.
So what are some of the memorable experiences you've had so far? Be it food, whatever.
Okay. There's actually so many. Some of the memorable experiences I've had so far. I would say Ghana Roads is one for the books. Ghana Roads is definitely one for the books. Some of the vehicles you see on the road, you just know they shouldn't be there, but they're there. I've sat in a couple of taxis where I'm contemplating, should I have sat in this taxi? If something happens, can I get out? If you know, those who know.
I know, right?
Situation, yes. And I would say one of my favorite experiences is also the Trotsky, the Chocho.
Oh, okay. Nice.
A lot of interesting things in there. Ghana is where I've learned that people are really afraid of mad people. We don't mess with mad people in Ghana. Yes, I would say my experiences going about the town are the most memorable.
Nice. All right. So for all the Ghanaians on the call tonight, you can also share your interesting experiences of the motherland. The place of gold and honey. And all nowadays, the songs a lot of people sing are not too nice. But then, Sale, they say monkey don't find in mother they like them, so in mama they like them. so let's continue to project the positive vibes and all. But then again, we shouldn't be afraid to speak our minds. Yeah, man. of the ills that are going, anything that we feel isn't right, injustice and all. So just like JP Ayoko, who isn't afraid to stand up for her right and speak her mind, let's live our most authentic lives. All right. So Charlie, why you guys don't talk? Why you all make quiet like that for the call? And salutes to all those who joined via YouTube. Yes, and also enjoying the magnificence of JP Ayoko. Nice. And that's let me say salutes to Margaret Imprim, also known as Magical, who just joined the call tonight. All right. So please make use of the chat box and let's keep enjoying the party. You can show your drinks and all. Charlie, whatever you get for you, go to show. All right, nice. Okay, so let's have JP Ayoko share her fourth piece. When she's back, we'll do announcements and also read some of the comments that have come through so far.
Okay. So my fourth piece is titled My Baby Girl. And this piece is dedicated to my daughter, my princess, my love. And it's just like a letter from a mother to a daughter. Okay.
Nice.
My baby girl, one day you will grow. And as your mother, I will not hide from you what you need to know. You must know that you are loved and cherished, but there are times you will feel neither cherished nor will you feel loved. But remember that what you feel isn't always all there is, and that too shall pass. Remember that being a strong Black woman isn't all it's cracked up to be. Don't let the burdens they place on you build a callus on your vulnerability. Don't let their lack of sympathy dry up your tear ducts. You don't have to carry everyone's burdens, just the burdens Christ has appointed you. Like love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. But baby girl, you cannot love another till you learn to love yourself. And you cannot love yourself truly till you learn to love God. So fear the Lord, for that is the beginning of wisdom. So above all that you seek in this life, seek wisdom and seek peace. You will hurt. That does not make you weak, it makes you human. You will be the hurt. That does not make you shame, it makes you human. And your human can be your humanity, can be your strength too. Let excellence and love drive all that you do. That includes the love that you have for you. Know that life is full of seasons, some longer than others, some dark and some bright. But if you look deep inside, you will find that there is always light. So prepare for each season as adequately as possible. But remember, life can take you by surprise. And in that case, do not run, do not suppress, take your time and process. My baby girl, there is so much I would like to say. There is much I will say when it's time for it to be said. Okay, thank you.
Wow. That was a lovely piece. That was so lovely.
Thank you.
Heartfelt, I must say. I wish I could have a piece like this and be playing to myself first, and also playing to every baby girl that I know. And that said, meet Amanda.
It's so perfectly
so
Amanda
came
in right on cue, right on time.
Know, right?
Right on time. Hello, Amanda.
So she came right on time for that.
Right on time.
Baby girl. Wow, nice. Yes, I see Victoria De Love on the call. I also see my brother Bennett. Is it Bennett I know? Nice. Bennett, if it's the Bennett I know, this Bennett and I, Charlie, we go way back since year 1 year old to now. Wow. All right, nice. So, okay, let's see the comment that have come through so far. Okay, let me admit one more and let's have the comment that have come through so far. If you just joined, it's JPI on the call.
Natty, they hear you.
Yeah, Charlie, they hear you. All right, so joining us from Sege is the squad, the Ehalakasa family. So before they come through with their vibe, let's see what Nana Yuji says. Oh, this is peace. Because and JPI says freedom is peace. Herman Madimba says, bless you too, sir. Yeah, man. I salute that. And Capture Plus has a question. And he says, is there a struggle to fit in? That sounds more like a rhetorical question. But anybody wants to answer, JP, if you'd like to answer that question too, that is fine. Is there a struggle to fit in?
Okay.
Abba Inshi says, so many questions to ask. Okay, you like to respond to that? All right, so when I'm done,
Okay, sure.
All right. And Herman says, the last one is very deep. I don't know which the last one is, because all the pieces are just deep like that. All right.
Thank you.
Magical says, lovely. God Thompson's gives a 5-star, most deserving. Magical says Ehalakasa and gives that star right there. And Victoria the Love says right here, good work. Yeah, man. All right. So I love the love that is coming through so far. And my boss and brother said Black just joined the call. So before JPI comes, let's have some interlude from the crew from Ehalakasa joining us from Sege. Yo, it's Yahini. You can please unmute and let's vibe. All right, so he's joining via audio. Yes.
Right.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, Natty.
Salute again.
Natty.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
we did.
Nice. All right. So how is the show over there?
Oh, it's
how
nice.
How are you guys feeling our guest tonight? JP Ayoko.
Oh, Charlie, tell Ayoko I will need a date, because
You
I can relate. I need a date, so because I can relate to her pieces. Yeah.
Oh, okay. JP Ayoko. So there you go. I don't know if he will be your first date while in Ghana. So that's my brother. I am a Tiahini.
I'm just gonna cough like this, just a little bit with my left hand, so that we could all see.
Oh, okay. All right, so that date will definitely happen. All right, so I see my brother need music on the guitar.
Okay.
What do you guys have for us?
What's up, bro?
Yo, need music. Salute.
Charlie,
I come to serenade the queen.
Oh, I just did some small 30 seconds opening beat.
Yeah, so I beg you give us that small 30 seconds. If you like that one. This one quick.
Eba mi, eba mi ta. Eba mi, eba mi ta. Nibi nyoko, nibi aboye hoa. Nibi nyoko, nibi abomi ele. Kaminani, love you nyakoto. Manami dang mada, no ami dremo kenile. Trisito sumo ke shiba ke yashi mashijine mayai. Chatao, ene mi bi oboda. Nile tumo manche Solomon, fe abami ami.
Please, I'm going to perform a poem in Dangme, and the title is Menonke, which means the same people. Menonke. None mene egunye mi pewe menoko ke clear. None mene yeah. Sorry. Nene mene egunye mi pewe menoko ke clear. None mene nye fia asipanya atia. Eko pio. Onajine okokpale onya senga munyu komene otuome ai. Ani onakapio le ai maya molo. None mene la yesi oziana. Menonke. Ne ala abosi amle kai. Nyesionle. Obemele. Se moye o esamenya. None mene wa lele bemi nonga gba mi se. Ne aye onio. Niko mekengo po. Nifa kengo bemio. Meno ke ne acho ikwese muneke. Oyikwese muneke deke. Kekene akbele no. Ekene emafole. Angeka mokogba oenya. Angekala itusimino. Meno asiwo. Na meno agbuyo. Ko hao ohe. Kejika adeke. Owa no ko eja ka. Meno ke. Ne amadeke. Obenye behane no. Adime. Kodime. Nyepeno.
Yo, Natty.
Wow. That was a beautiful piece by New Music and our young poet. Can we see him?
Oh, it's okay. Let me show.
It's a lady? A
Yeah,
young
it's
lady.
a,
Wow.
yeah, that's that's she is.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Big up. Obomoden. Yehuwa majomo. Obomoden.
Yeah.
So
He says Yehovah Majobo. How do you respond? Jomo.
oh, okay. Amen. All right. So thank you so much. The Ehalakasa squad from
Yeah.
Sege,
We are here.
joining us live from Sege.
We are having a blast here.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It's good you didn't come because
there.
we're enjoying ourselves here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. I am Etiahini. Thank you, New Music. And
Okay,
thank you
so that's
our
New
beautiful
Music.
poet.
Let me.
Yes.
That's New Music. That's Adam, and then
Okay.
that's Black.
The black slave, I know they see him.
If
you put the black in the dark, it's all darkness. Thank you very much.
Okay, Charlie, now
Right,
take it away. Thanks for hosting
All
us.
right, Charlie, thank you so much. All right, so that show continues, and thanks so much for that beautiful interlude from the Ehalakasa family, straight in the land of Adan Sege, to be precise. All right, so let's see what is happening around town. So let me share a few. All right, so yes, so we have the Ehalakasa Slam XL. I don't know if you can see my screen. Yeah, man. Ehalakasa Slam XL. And that's the road to the Africa Cup of Slam Poetry 2023. So the one who gets to win this slam will be the one to represent Ghana in the Africa Cup of Slam Poetry. And we have a slam on the call tonight, JPI call. We hope to have her on the slam on the slam stage very soon. All right, so JPI call has a super fan here right now. Okay, we also have the Slam Impulse. It's a workshop powered by the Goethe Institute and in collaboration with Ehalakasa. You know how we do it. When we talk about slam in Ghana, in Africa, you cannot take Ehalakasa out of the list. Most deserving. Okay, we also have the World Poetry, the World Championship Slam Poetry. Yes, and it's coming off in Belgium, Brussels, Belgium, in September 2022, from 27th, 28th to 29th. All right, so please follow Ehalakasa to have further details. Yeah, man, and to be streamed live, 40 poets, 37 countries, and let's see who emerges winner. Yeah, man. Okay, we also have an open call to the Crit Lab. Yes. All right, so that's about that. And also the Ayal Foundation. If you believe in humanity, if you believe in love, if you believe in doing good, if you believe in help, in extending a helping hand to the needy, then this is your call right here. Ayal Foundation by our sister Efumwa. Yes, if you follow this show, you know that Efumwa happens to be the co-MC for this show. Yes, so you can make donations to buy cement and paint to help make this school a better one for the students. You can see the before, this is what it was, and through Ayal Foundation, they've been able to plaster the school, and now it's looking like this. there are still some works to be done. So you can please still donate in cash for cement to be bought and also for paint. So the school will look super gorgeous. So students and beautiful ladies like the ones I have here, Amanda and Angel, can go to school happy with happy faces. Yeah, man. All right. So this is the number to send your mumbo. 059 7381 727. 059 7381 727. 059 7381 727. All right. So thank you so much. Or you can get in touch with Ehalakasa. And also, if you happen to be a baker, our sister Efi the Poet has some margarine at very good prices, and these are one of the best on the market when it comes to margarine. Yes, and also if you happen to like braids like myself and my beautiful girls here, and you want the services of someone to braid your hair, you can just call her. Our sister Twitter Lit also happens to be a poet. She just come to your home and she do it just for you. And you can see my brother knee poetry here, knee music. Sorry, knee music. You can't see his hair well, but his current braids were done by our sister Twitter Lit. Yes, and also the 19th book fair coming off at the Folks Place National Theatre. Yes, and it's taking place on the 27th of next month. So these are the details. Yes, so please do want to come to the Folks Place to have an experience of a lifetime. And last but definitely the most important, we have the Talk Party, which happens every first Thursday of every month, taking place at the National Theatre Folks Place, 7 p.m. on the 4th of August. So please do want to be around. I believe our sister JP Ayoko will be in the house, so we get to see her for real. And those who are asking for a date will have their chance. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm not Ogli and the show continues. Okay, so let's have JP Ayoko. Are you going to be at National Theatre next week?
For the Talk Party, I will make my best arrangements to be there.
Yes. We look forward to having you, and we might have you on stage as well. All right. So for those of you looking to see JP Ayoko live, please make your way to the National Theatre next week. Okay. So just join us also, my brother Samson Combat. Yeah, man. Kwaba. Okay. So let's have JP Ayoko share with us her 5th piece.
Okay. Sorry, just to clarify before I share my 5th piece.
Yep.
I am heavily married. I'm heavily married and very happily. I'm not even just saying happily, I'm happily and heavily married. So
okay.
Just to clarify.
So for those of you who are sending me PMs, private messages asking that question, there goes your answer. It's heavily, I mean heavily in capital letters and happily. All right. With okay. Okay.
Okay, so my 5th piece is called Stormy Rain. Stormy Rain.
Stormy Rain. Nice.
Okay. Some people love summer, some people love spring, and we even have the special people who love winter. But me, I love stormy rain. I love to feel the raindrops fall on my skin, run through my hair and wash away my tears. It's where I could talk to God and question him as to why he made me weaker than my crippling fears. I could bargain with him just to strike me down with lightning because there would be no guilt, no murderer, no one trying to understand why I wouldn't want to live, a freak accident, maybe a suicide in disguise. It's funny how I can sit and laugh now about how I once planned my demise. Some people love summer, some people love spring, and you have those special people who love winter, but me, I longed for stormy rain. Whilst others would run away, I would sit and listen. The storm inside me communicating with Mother Nature, because for in that moment in time, we were similar in nature. And when the skies would roar thunder, I would roar too, like mother, like daughter. The heavy rain dissolving and displacing the dirt. The ground becomes a sponge, soaking up the tears of the skies in the earth. Some living things will drown, and for others, it's a day of birth. For me, it was both. Some people love summer, some people love spring, and you even have those special people who love winter. But me, I long and ease my pain. I didn't have to bow my head or hide because there would be sorry. I think we lost it somewhere there. Let me take it from here. Some people love summer, some people love spring, and you even have those special people who love winter. But I longed for stormy rain, where I could laugh and cry and ease my pain. I didn't have to bow my head or hide because there would be no one there to see. I mean, everyone else would have run inside in hiding. It was just me and the water, me and the skies, me and the clouds. Clouds that were too heavy, so heavy they had to release, to pour out all that they carried. My chest is heavy. I need to pour out all that I have carried. I am like the heavy clouds. We are both on a journey. It's been a long journey so far. I feel like I've been traveling longer than I have lived just to get to where I am now. But just like the clouds, I am just passing by. I am not setting up camp. I am not stopping. I am not getting comfortable. I will not talk myself out of the plan that I have set. I will not talk myself into content. This is not my land of settling. I don't believe in settling where I will eventually wither. Because just like the clouds, I will walk over oceans and command rivers to dry up, speak to troubled seas to cease, silence storms and find my peace. So some people love summer and some people love spring, and we have those very special people who love winter. But for me, I am one with stormy rain. Thank you.
That was just very beautiful. Cosmic flows from JP Ayoko, Stormy Rain, and I like how you painted those pictures in beautiful words and all. It reminds me of during the lockdown when we're asked to put on masks. It was kind of freedom for a lot of people who were looking to hiding from the crowd.
Yes.
So even now, people still. I'm one of the people still hiding. Wear the mask, you know.
Yes.
For me, I feel very comfortable in the mask because somebody was saying what they don't like about the mask is somebody could be owing you and the person could just pass you by and
you will know. They understood the joke.
A lot of people get to hide their flaws, their supposed flaws, their scars. But what I found in scars and in flaws and in brokenness is there's a rare beauty in brokenness.
Of course. Yes, there is.
Yes,
there is.
You know. So I love this piece you just shared, and the piece a lot of people can relate to stormy rain. Because when there's chaos, that's when you can also pass by unnoticed. Nobody sees you at all. Nobody sees you. Nobody
but
sees
it's just so beautiful that it doesn't. The chaos doesn't last long.
The
rain, it storms, and then it passes on, and then usually it's followed up by sun. You know, the sunshine. And so that's what I love about stormy rain. It comes in, it kind of just moves everything around, washes a whole bunch of things away. And it's almost as if the earth is releasing emotion, like it's like a time to just release what it's feeling inside and then letting that pass by. And I think that's what's really important. That's something that I have learned, that you don't necessarily need to keep everything pent up and just keep everything inside. There are things that you process and you let out and then you let it pass by. Once you let it out, you let it pass by and you look forward to the better days, to the sunnier days. And so stormy rain is just that period in time in the weather where you can just, it's like an expression. Everything, it's like the earth is expressing itself. And then after that, it's passed away and then we can see the sunshine. So, yes.
Wow. So tonight is healing, tonight is wisdom, tonight is everything some. Tonight, no one is being judged. Tonight is the night where you get to feel free to show your blemish, to show your sports, and you are still loved all the same with JP
Yes.
Ayoko. So JP Ayoko, tell us, where can we find your works? Because I find you very deep. First time, but trust me, I'm in love with your art.
Wow. Okay, as far as my works, you're not going to find them anywhere right now.
Too bad.
I don't really put my work so much out there because, like I said, before I used to, but when I started to work on pieces that were a lot more about the inner of the person, I became very selective. So I will eventually be releasing it out there, but for now, if you search me up, you're probably not going to find me somewhere. And that's the truth of the matter, but eventually you will. Eventually you will.
Nice. So that's it. For those of you like myself who would like to revisit this period, this episode, you can visit the Ehalakasa YouTube page for the recorded version of these beautiful pieces. And trust me, it's this piece you just shared is one that a lot of people need. Typical myself. Yeah, man. All right. So let's have the last piece shared. And when she's done, the show has not ended. We'll leave the call on for like 5 minutes for us to get interactive, say something beautiful to somebody. And then before we get to close the curtains. All right. So let's have JP Ayoko share her last piece with us. Yes, and I must say tonight has been very beautiful. Yes. Okay, I think.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm back. Am I back?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So this last piece is called Me and I. And I will just do a little bit of a, I don't know whether to say disclaimer or just like a tip. With this last piece, it's a real play on me and I, the words me and I. So you'd have to listen very carefully, to make sure that you can grasp the concept of this last piece. Okay. Beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of me. The loss of a me that I fondly remember with pictures plastered on the walls of my mind in admiration so that I do not lose sight of me. Triggering the emotions of when me was alive, before hope was deferred and the soul grew weary, before tongues rose in judgment, sealing condemnation at the sound of their gavel, the me that loved to love and felt love without the fear of an impending rejection. Before the criticisms that derailed the path onto the rocky, endless road of perfection, the defenseless me. That I don't need your approval, or do I need your attention, because I do me for me, me. The me before I. The me before I learned to cower, before I learned to mute me to avoid conflict. The me that begged I to fight for her when I decided to forfeit, and when I presented itself as a sacrifice in the place of me, it was declared that I was unworthy, so they killed me. I heard someone ask at the trial of me why me exaggerates. I asked, does a person exaggerate when death knocks on the door? Does a dying person remain calm and collected when fighting for their life? Of course, me was frantic. Of course, me was manic. Did you know that when the state would hang criminals, it was an instant death? It was made to be that way. The weight of the neck is measured so that they could calculate how much pressure it would take to break. And once the box was kicked from underneath the person's feet, they would die almost instantly. And any other movement is as a result of muscle spasms. Their bowels and their bladder would give way, and if the person was pregnant, they would give birth all at that moment. That's how your opinions became the noose around the neck of me. Your conditional love, the box under the feet of me. And when the conditions were not met, you kicked the box from under the feet of me. I felt it all. I saw it all. I witnessed the lynching of me. I watched me fall. I watched the body of me swing and the legs of me kick, whilst you mistake the spasms of the death of me for aggression and a defective personality. I watched the bowels and bladder of me release its fluids shamelessly, whilst you mistaked the shit that me dished out for disrespect rather than vulnerability. I watched the womb of me expel dreams miscarried, whilst you mocked me for aborted visions, unsympathetic to the hopes that I had to now bury. And I had to let them kill me so that I could survive. Because in order for I to make it out of this situation alive, me had to die. I think of me every now and then. When conflict arises, when anxiety sets in, when people are striving for their goals, I think of me. All that me could have been and all that I have become.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 snaps for JPI Cordo, for real. Like,
Thank you.
this piece weighs so heavy. It's more like dying to live.
Yes.
Letting go to let be. This was very heavy. And I agree with my brother Herman Madimba when he says, this is what he says. Start putting your work out, Jenny. Are waiting. Oh, the people are waiting. The Capture Plan says this web speaks volumes on the struggle of the modern African. Deep stuff. Yeah, man, for real. And Herman comes again and says, wow, wow, wow. This definitely was jaw dropping. And how you managed to bring your mind to write such deep and thought-provoking piece. Only the gods can tell. But I pray you receive more from the universe, and may your words also resonate, and may they echo through the walls of the universe, if there's any. And thank you so much once again for joining us. Let me say salutes also to my brother Herman Madimba for joining in. My brother Dr. Sam also Capture Plus. I don't know if it's a king or a queen. Salutes to King Bob also. Nana Yunchi, my brother. Salute Abba Ishi. And yes, and salute to my gorgeous ladies here too. For also staying through, and your art is just expressive. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful works with us. So what will be your last word to your cherished audience?
My last words will be whatever you're going through within, take time and process it. You can't always heal from trauma, but you have to be able to address it, acknowledge it, and move around it. Be able to notice when it's flaring up and when it's getting in your way, when you're getting in your way. Know what to sacrifice about yourself, and know what to let live as well. And seasons, they come and go. No matter what you're going through, it will pass. The hardships do pass. It's not forever. And also remember, God first. I will always say God first. God first. You are loved. Yes, you are loved. You are loved.
Wow.
Can I do a little shameless promotion as well?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, I did mention earlier that I now, as I said earlier, I want to be a scientist, but now I'm into business. So I have a web developing company. We work with some of the best web developers. So we do branding, we do graphic design, and all the work we do. Just as I put so much thought in poetry in my pieces, I apply that in anything I put my hands to. I put a lot of thought into it. So if you're in need of a website, you're in need of systems, you're in need of logos, of designs, flyers, whatever it is, I'll put the details somewhere so that you can actually contact us.
Wow, nice. So you heard the queen herself on that deep brain. She's got, trust me, and I'm a big fan. So please stop holding your works back. Please push your works out there.
Don't worry,
and when you do, Ehalakasa will be all here for the support.
Yes.
Thank you once again. Nice.
Thank you.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, so soon the show has come to an end. It's been beautiful. It's been healing. It's been full of bliss. It's been magical, and it's one of the episodes surely to remember. So you can always go back to the Ehalakasa YouTube page to have those sober reflections on these beautiful pieces, deep-seated pieces. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social media platforms. All right, so you can please unmute and let's see the gorgeous and beautiful faces behind the screens and say something nice to JP Ayoko. All right, so Abba Inshi, Capture Plus, Herman Madimba, I am a Dr. Sam, come on, my brother Dr. Sam, King Up, me and Dr. Sam, we go way back, Charlie, from class 2. So he knows me like I know myself. You know, so now you all right. So please unmute and let's vibe for like 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes I'm told we have. Then we say good night to all of you. And that said, also I wish all of you a beautiful week. Yes. So
Hello,
hey, yo, Charlie, this one is a surprise. King Ob, my own brother Van Dyke. Hey, Aubrey Van Dyke. It's me, yes. Charlie, many other. Go ahead. I'm gonna stop recording. I'm talking about Charlie, good to see you, bro. This guy right here, back in the day we did school, SS. Charlie, you have the road side, so I know if you talk. So how did you get a link to join, bro? Yes.
JP Ayoko be my little sister.
Okay.
Hey, JP Ayoko be my little sister.
Who? JP Ayoko?
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, small world. Me and this guy, Charlie, we get stories, so I'm not gonna lie. Hey, we get stories, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, nah, you know everything. So right now, he said he repent. So, hey, Charlie, you know that.
Me, I say I repent.
See, he was one of the most popular guys on campus. You know, and one of the most loving, one of the most stubborn.
Yes, Natty, please share the stories with us.
This guy, Charlie, one night. Hey, the ones that come to mind are one time we threatened to beat up the school prophet here and I. Because he got us into trouble wrongfully. Because we looked like we were judged most of the time, but and he was the one who got me into trouble most of the time. This guy, he got me into trouble most of the time.
We are bringing you into trouble.
Yeah, man. And then we were punished.
You were on your way to being in trouble. I helped you.
Charlie, this guy spoiled me. This guy spoiled me. I'm not gonna lie. But true though, I want to say, Charlie, he was a true brother. The true guy, you don't complete it. You don't complete it. The second from the school because the school couldn't continue. You know, hi, Charlie, yeah, Charlie, enjoy. So this one comes as a surprise. But how do you relate to Van Dyke?
I told you she's my little sister. And by the way, the name is now King. King.
Like I mean, black, your little sister for real. Charlie, but you bad with this? We just find sister like that. We don't talk about it.
Well, what do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to talk you? Say what? I get little sister.
But this guy, the way Van Dyke bad, I used to the partner though. I beg you, make a call you. Maybe your congregation members there, yes. So.
Charlie. Look, I'm still the same.
Charlie, you made my night. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you made my night. Hey, this guy, Charlie, there's people to contain them. See, entertainment time. Make I share this one. This one, we know the record. Or we do like you take a pause.
Calling at Tilbury Town.
Hey man, what are you saying?
So we did school. If you go this entertainment, actually, if on the night where we walk clothes, this guy never washing clothes though. From year one. He never washing clothes before. And when he's going to entertainment, you know the way they think for now. He just I mean, this guy was crazy. Man. I was all love, man. He was one of the realest, I must say. Yeah, Van Dyke was one of the realest. Ask anybody, Charlie. Yeah, he was a true brother, man. Yeah, he was a true brother. I don't lie.
Not you. Why they talk about me? You know, be saying Captain say for criticize this girl.
I be me then. I be Angel. You then you bad. You then you bad too much. What that? Hey.
Charlie. Me, I be good boy. See
your face have the just say that you never good. So you know I tell people later say Charlie Van Dyke 10 pastor. Then they will believe. They say, which one the Van Dyke? I say Van Dyke, you know, yeah man.
Charlie.
They never believe, but Charlie, nice catching up with you again.
I mean, you get people like JP Ayoko for your side.
Okay.
If for change. I say you get people like JP Ayoko for your side, if for change.
You know. So as you change now, I know say some JP Ayoko spark rubbed on you. That be how come we change. Like you there, Charlie.
I beg.
Hey, Van Dyke. You know, but Van Dyke was a film brother, like right from maybe the seniors or Charlie, then the film because you know he was all love. And he was one of the realest, you know, one of the realest. No, yeah, one of the realest. He gave out the loudest laughs back in school, and he's still giving stuff out the loudest laughs. Charlie. I'll tell some of the mates that I saw you tonight. Jefflin, yeah. I'll call Jefflin on this one. Yeah, man. Charlie, how link up?
We cannot talk nothing. I'm not talk nothing here.
You know normal.
No fears.
You know normal.
Actually, boy, you saw the same number.
Yeah. You number, you don't need. You can't get. Number say.
What I can understand. My heat brought your face.
I did give you my brother. Charlie, my job was. Actually, I don't go bed. I don't go bed, Charlie. So, my brother Aubrey from SS is just like my brother Dr. Sam from primary to GSS. Charlie. So tonight, if you kill a son on the call, killer squad. Hey. Make I tell you, make I share Dr. Sam you secret song. Dr. Sam way, me I know where I know I can see me share now we I mean I do some questions. Oh, I got 10 minutes. First. So I mean, I bought some questions. Hey, no, that's got to get to 9 there, Charlie. But it's all love. And these are people that are so brothers, Charlie. Yeah, man. All right, that's anybody. As I just the landlord says if you are left with just 30 seconds.
The next station is Tilbury.
Thank you all once again for joining the TalkParty. Charlie, yeah. You are lost for words. All right, Charlie, I want to link up on. All right.
No fears.
All right, so JP, thank you so much. Yeah, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So if Van Dyke is your brother, Charlie, I'm your brother too, because this man right
Yes,
here.
of course.
He has
of
a
course.
place in my heart. I don't lie. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Back in the day, if Mangari finished, he will hold me up. Yeah. No, for real. No lie. Yeah. Then it brings. I don't be talk about. It brings interview with oh man. We gotta go prep. Like what in our prep. All right, so.
Hey, can I just say something?
Yeah, man.
JP, I call you here. So I've been cooking for a long time.
Oh.
So the cooking, I've always been a chef.
Oh yeah, for real.
It's true.
Oh, is a cook at home too?
It's true. It's true. So
Wow.
remember my barbecue. I'm sorry for that one.
Wow.
Just remember.
No wonder, Charlie. This guy, if you went to do anything with the bad life, then you miss. Trust me, yeah. Real. No joke. All right, and you Bolly. One love, go now link up. All right, JP your call, Herman, Maduka, and now you see about issue, Capture Plus, my brother, Mr. Brown.